because the benefits of an inversion are literally just having your head upside down so that your blood can flow in the opposite direction, which is really stimulating for the nervous system, and also it means that it's easier to harness our upper chakras because the energy is going that way. Hey Sandra. So when we get to the headstand bit, you are still getting the benefits, even just holding your head upside down without having legs anywhere. So no pressure. I can see lots. Yay, Steve's here. Yay. Hi. If you've just come in, can you mute your thing so that everyone doesn't hear you huffing and puffing through the practice? Let me just move mine down a tiny bit. Okay, so come to sit cross-legged. And let's just start with a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana, alternative nostril breathing. So close your eyes. Use your right thumb, your right ring finger, and close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left nostril. Block the left nostril with your ring finger, open the right nostril, and exhale through the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Keep breathing this way, fully inhaling through each nostril, pausing at the top of your inhale and switching the fingers as you exhale. Release your right hand back to your knee. Big inhale, exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, you lift your arms up overhead, fingers meet. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll begin with one round of palm. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale for Om. Open your eyes. Welcome everyone. There's new faces here today, which is very exciting. Hi Ange, hi Steve. I can't see everyone. But bring your hands either side of your hips. And then inhale, reach your right arm up. Bring it to your right ear. And extend that right arm up. Really reach the arm up. Feel your right ribs opening. Space coming between those ribs. And then slide the right shoulder down as you keep the length in your side body and your fingers. And then exhale, start to lean over to the left side, feeling even more space coming into that right side body. Keep pushing down with your right sit bones. Inhale, come up. Switch the arms. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Pull it all the way up as if someone was yanking your arm up to the ceiling on a big rope. And then slide the left shoulder down, but keep the length in the side body. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, back up and switch. Right arm comes up and this time straight over. And switch. Come back up. Reach your arms in front of you. Again, really reach those fingers forwards. And then pull, hi Emily, pull the shoulders back. And bring your right arm underneath your left arm. So your arms are crossed in front of each other. Then bend the elbows. And start to wrap the arms around. So you're thinking about bringing your palms together. This is eagle arms. And it doesn't matter if the palms aren't quite together. But then you want to think about lifting the elbows up so the elbows are in line with your face and pulling your arms away from you. And you should feel a big opening between the shoulder blades. And then reach the arms out, push them away from you. And then bring them back in front, and this time left arm comes under the right, so the arms are crossed. Start to wrap the arms around, thinking about those palms coming together. Elbows lift up, and pull the elbows away from you. Extend the arms out, push them away, drop them down, extend the right leg out to the side, extend the left leg out to the side. It doesn't matter which, but you're basically just switching the cross of your legs, so cross your legs the opposite way. There's a very complicated way to do that, I apologise. And then bring the hands behind your back, push down with your fingertips, pull the shoulders back and push the chest forward. And keep the chin tucked, but gently drop the head back. Don't let the neck fall back, keep it tucked in. You probably have a nice double chin. Very attractive. And really open the chest. Exhale, come forward. Then bend the right elbow, so that the elbow is pointing up. Take the left hand and hold the right elbow, and then push the elbow further towards the left side. And maybe you can take the bind behind your back, or just keep pushing the elbow with your left hand. Push the arms away and switch, bend the left elbow, take the right hand, open the elbow out to the side and stay here or take the bind. Push the arms away. Drop the hands. If you're sat on something, then just move it to the side and come to all fours. So push down with all four corners. Push down with all 10 fingers and push down with the feet. So you can even lift the feet up and then make sure the tops of the feet are pushing down steady. And you really want to push the mat away with your hands and with your feet. So as you push down with your hands, you can feel the opening in your shoulders. And then inhale, start to lift the tailbone, lift the head up, look up, exhale, round. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving with your breath. And we're just getting some nice space, some oxygen into the muscles in our spine. You've just woken up, then it's a nice way to just start to feel into your body. So kind of find any fluid movement that feels good as long as you're still moving with the breath. And then lift the feet up. Really push down with the feet, push down with the hands, and really think about pulling your belly button right up into your spine. And we're going to lift the knees off the floor and hover here. Focusing on the core. And then extend the legs and push back into downward facing dog. So keep the knees bent. This is our first dog of the day. Push down with the hands, roll the shoulders away from each other and lift the sit bones high. And then take the dog for a little stroll, bending one knee and straightening the other. Starting to get into the backs of our legs. Start to bring both heels down towards the floor. They do not need to touch, but lengthen the calves, the hamstrings. And then inhale, start to roll through your spine. So feeling the spine rolling down and out as you come into plank. Exhale, again, like a wave, pushing back into downward facing dog. And be conscious here of the movement coming from your shoulders. So we're rotating through the shoulder joints as we move here. And those shoulders are propelling the whole rest of our body back and forth. Downward dog, hold here, and if options, take a child pose, so drop the knees as wide as the mat, bring the feet together and push your sit bones back towards your heels, drop your head down. Then bring your hands together and bring the palms of your hands onto the back of your head. And maybe you want to walk the elbows forward a little. So we're getting a gentle stretch in our shoulders. Release the hands, inhale, look up, push back, downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward. Walk the feet towards the hands. Feet together or hip distance apart at the front of your mat. Inhale, hands come to your shins. Extend through the spine, pushing out from the crown of the head, pushing out from the sit bones. Exhale, fold forward. Take hold of your elbows. Let the head drop, let the neck drop. And maybe even shaking your head, yes, no. And then bring your hands up behind your back, clasp the hands together and pull them away from you. And then start to let the hands come up over towards your head as you keep folding over the legs. Knees can be bent here as much as you like, as much as feels good. but we're getting into the tops of the hamstrings and the shoulders. You start to feel your hands slip as I am doing. Bring them back together and then go back into the stretch. Inhale, look up, release the hands, and inhale, slowly use your core to come up, reach the arms up overhead, look at your thumbs, exhale, hands to your heart center, close your eyes, connect with your body. Being aware of any physical changes, sensations in your body, as well as any changes in your mind. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cut through the air in front of you with the palms of your hands, lengthening through the spine as you come down. Bend your knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step the left leg back. And drop the left knee down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, extend the right leg. This is Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey. So you want to feel the stretch all up your right leg. And if you want to feel the stretch more, then you lengthen through the spine and start to fold forward over the leg. Inhale, look up. Walk the hands back. Bend the front knee. And inhale, lift the arms up. Pull everything into the midline, so thighs coming towards each other. Tuck your tailbone, zip your pelvis up. Core is engaged. And reach the arms up. Bring your palms together. And then drop the palms back so that they're at the top of your spine. Open the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up, drop them down, lift the back leg, and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, drop the back knee. Inhale, look up. Feeling your inner thigh lengthen, your groin lengthen. And then exhale, extend the left leg. And if you want more, absolutely stay here if this is already a big stretch in the hamstring. But also option to fold over the leg. Inhale, look up, walk the hands back, bend the front knee, inhale, zip everything into the midline, support everything in and up, Extend the arms up. This time bring the hands together behind your back and pull the arms away from you as you open the chest. Inhale, come up. Drop the hands down. Lift the back leg. Step back, downward facing dog. Stay here. And check the time. Drop down onto your knees and come to sit on your heels. So bring the hands together behind the back and pull the arms away. Again, just getting into the shoulders, really focusing on the shoulders here. Then inhale, come back up and come onto all fours. Drop the elbows down in front of you with your shoulders in line with the elbows. And push down with the elbows and feel your shoulders moving away from each other as you do that. Also push down with the hands, tuck the toes and lift the hips up. Let the head drop between your hands and keep pushing down with the elbows. Inhale, look up, and we're coming into, slide your legs back into forearm plank, and then step back. This is dolphin pose. And just do this a few more times. So stepping forward, stepping back, into plank, back to dolphin. And then drop the knees, come up onto your hands, and sit back onto the heels. So we're going to come into a prep for headstand, but first, a very important thing. When we bring the hands together for headstand, I don't know if I can show the hands. You don't want one pinky on top of the other. You want to have the pinkies next to each other. So like, see if you can wrap, and so like bring the right underneath the left and then you wrap that around. I don't know if this makes sense. But basically when you put your hands down, you want to have the pinky fingers next to each other rather than one on top of the other. So let's try that on the mat. And first you check the distance between your arms by wrapping your hands around your elbows. So that's how much distance you want between the arms. You want to be able to wrap your whole hands around your elbows, and that's the right distance for you. So check your distance and then bring the hands together, and as you put them on the floor, make sure that the pinkies are next to each other rather than one on top of the other. You're going to make a nice little basket with your hands, and then we're not coming up or anything, we're just going to put the head between the hands, but push down with your elbows so that you can barely feel your head touching the floor. You're not putting the weight into your head as you touch it down, the weight comes into your elbows. Bring the head back up and come back. Let's come back to that again. Check the distance between your elbows and then bring the hands together. Place the head down and this time press into the elbows and then lift the knees off the floor. So we're already in an inversion. Our heads are below our hips. Maybe you want to walk the legs in, but keep pushing down with the elbows. Drop the knees down and come back up. So this time we're going to lift one leg up at a time. So if you don't want to do that today, then just come back to exactly what we just did, with the knees lifted and the head between the hands, and that is already an inversion. So you're already getting all the benefits that we get from an inversion, blood flowing the opposite way through the body. If you're menstruating, you may want to also sit this out, and if you're menstruating and don't want to come into headstand, then again just do the head in the hands and legs like this. So we're all here, pushing down with the elbows. Walk your feet in more. And then bend one knee. Drop it down, bend the other knee. So you can keep bending the legs like that, or stay with them both straight, or you can bend one knee and then hop the other knee up and see if you can balance with your knees bent off the floor. And if you've managed to get your knees off the floor, then keep opening the shoulders, engage the core, and then you can start to extend the legs up. I have no idea what anyone else is doing, but if anyone else is in a headstand, nice. Flex your feet and pull your inner ribs in, core engaged. And everyone come out when you're ready, wherever you are. We're going to bring the feet together and push the hips back to the heels. Drop the head down. Let your blood flow return to normal. We've all just been upside down. So take a moment before coming back upright. So let your body recalibrate. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk your hands back. And then swing your legs forward. And extend the legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee. Pull it in towards your chest. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left knee outside the right knee. Bring your right hand behind you, extend through the spine, and exhale, twist over the right shoulder. Left leg stays active, toes active. Inhale, come back to center. Release the left elbow and lift the right foot up with your left hand, and then bring the right foot over to your right sit bone, your left sit bone, sorry, and your knees are sort of on top of each other. Doesn't matter whether they're touching, just shift so that you're relatively comfortable. And then bring your hands underneath your left knee and either stay here, extending through the spine, or you can start to fold forward. if you are folding forward, see the difference between bringing your forehead to your knee or your chin to your knee. You should feel this in your left hip, left hamstrings. Inhale, look up. And then bend your left knee and take hold of the left foot with your right hand. Bring the left foot to your right hip and push yourself up. Come to sit back down on both sit bones. So now we're like this. Inhale, bring your arms up. Bend the right elbow and bring the left hand behind your back. And either you can hold onto your t-shirt or maybe you can take the bind. Or again, of course, this is an option to just pull the right shoulder with your left hand. Extend the arms out either side. Bring them to your feet, lengthen through the spine, stay here if this is enough, or you can fold forward. Inhale, come up. Bend the right knee and bring the right foot down, so the sole of the foot's on the floor next to your left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, outside the right knee and twist back over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Extend the right leg out. Extend the left leg out. Shake your legs a little. And then start to walk the hands down the legs. You can bring your hands either side of the legs. You can take hold of the toes. Stand through the spine and fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. And this time bend your left knee. Hug it into your chest. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, right arm outside the left knee. Left hand back. Extend. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Take hold of the left foot with your right hand and bring that foot over to your right sit bone so the knees come on top of each other. Right leg extended. Shift your hips so you can sit evenly on your sit bones. And then bring your hands underneath the right knee. Extend, exhale. You can stay extending or fold forward. Inhale, look up. Come back up. And then bend the right knee so you can bring your right foot to your left sit bone. Again, you may need to push up to sit down evenly. And it doesn't matter if there's like a huge gap between your knees here. You can also bring a cushion underneath them if it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's likely to be a little uncomfortable. Everything in yoga is maybe a little uncomfortable, but that's how we find the sweet spot where it feels good. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, stay here or fall forward. Inhale, come up. Extend the left arm up. Bend the elbow and either reach your right hand up and push the elbow away or take the bind. Exhale, release. Extend the legs in front of you. And reach forward, coming back to Paschimottanasana. And this time, just, you can bring the cushion under you. It's going to be like a really relaxing forward fold, so don't think at all about like overstraining your hamstrings. Just a gentle release here. Inhale, come up. Bring your hands back and bend your knees. Reach forward, round the spine, and then let your back roll back down onto the floor. Drop the hands down, extend the right leg out, extend the left leg out. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale. Drop the shoulders down, feeling them sliding down your back as your body falls heavy into the floor, into a quick Shavasana. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Your feet in your hands. Bring your feet together and inhale, reach your arms up overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. Another one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let everything go. Bend your right knee and roll over onto your left side. Push yourself up to seated with your eyes closed. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Rub your hands together. Create heat. Create energy. And then place them over your eyes. Open your hands. Open your eyes. Thank you all so much. It's my pleasure to have shared this practice with you this morning. That's it. Thank you.